Well, guys, I did it. I am now a full-time reseller. I'm not quite making full-time reseller money, but I now need to because I left my job. I gave notice, so it was totally expected. Left on good terms. I loved everyone I worked with. I think I've mentioned it a couple times before. I worked in a call center and it was extremely stressful. Anyone who works in a call center or ever has, it doesn't matter what it is that you're working in a call center for, it is stressful. So I have this feeling of relief right now. By the way, this is Sunday morning. So did our normal yard sales yesterday, and the feeling of relief of tomorrow I don't have to go back and do that work is great. But especially this morning, as I'm preparing for the next steps, yesterday was kind of always what it has been. We went to the yard sales and we looked out and found one really good one, which made us happy. But I do that every Saturday for the most part, so that still felt pretty normal. But this morning I've realized, yep, I've got to start putting all this energy that I was saving, that I was putting into a job for someone else, I have to now put it into reselling. So I'm at Target, picked up some bubble wrap. I think I still have enough for doing some shipping today. I had 3 orders come in the last couple of days, and I think I have enough bubble wrap for those. It's nothing breakable, but might as well go. I'm probably gonna have to start buying this online, so I don't have to go pick up, because I can go through this pretty quickly, especially if it's when I sell glassware or other breakables, which I do often have. I do quite a few of those. I will need much more of that. So picked some of this up, and I'm gonna go pack up the 3 orders today and just get them done. 3 orders for the weekend is not a full-time income, so clearly I need to get moving. Like I said, yesterday was pretty good for yard sales, and I picked up a good amount of stuff, but it wasn't, I don't think, enough to make that full-time income. So as I expected, I'm gonna have to spend more time doing some sourcing. And I think here where we live in North Florida, yard sales are very popular, and they're very abundant. We have a very healthy yard sale culture, which I think is what makes this possible. But I think some weeks I could find enough at yard sales, especially doing clothing. Sometimes I find just people have so much clothing and it's the right size, it's the right brands, it's great. And then sometimes I'm relying on just a mixture of the other things I pick up. So I'm gonna head to the warehouse and do a little bit of that packing. I'm actually gonna show you one thing I picked up yesterday, once I can, put it on a table and show it to you. I thought it was a pretty good find. It was my first find of the day. Doesn't matter. I think it was a pretty good find. So let's head over and do a little Sunday work. Some easy, let's get this business going Sunday work. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I've pulled out the items that I sold, the 3 different orders I mentioned, in case you all like to see what I sell and how I get along, and hopefully sell more to make this work. Please ignore all the stuff sitting on the side of my desk. I am not organized yet at all. These are some things I picked up a couple of weeks ago and haven't photographed and listed yet, so they're just sitting there to remind me to get moving and get those done. But these are the items I sold this weekend. So I sell a lot of Disney stuff. I live in Florida. It's everywhere. This is a Disney World Starbucks tumbler. So this one I got for $1, and I sold that for $30, which Usually they're new, so they sell much more for that because they are new, and that one looks really good shape, but I'm gonna guess that the person I bought it from at a yard sale had already used it a few times. The other things I sold were these old 8mm sealed cassettes. I was at an estate sale last week, and I was going through a closet that was full of cassettes and video cassettes, and they just had, I think I ended up with 20 video cassettes that were sealed, and then 10 audio cassettes. And I know someone locally, a friend of mine, who uses audio cassettes, and he's bought some that I found before, so I actually sold him those. That was great. I love just selling off stuff to people I know locally. It's an easy way to get some of my money back. But then these sold really quickly. This is one lot of this type, and this is another lot that sold each for $30. These are, if you find one of these individually, they're obviously not worth much because you probably sell it for $10, including the shipping. So your profit is pretty limited. So I have now learned that if I find one, I'm going to set it aside and kind of create bundles. I actually still have a few left from this house I bought. Like I said, I bought 30, including 20 of them. And this is not 20 tapes, but I have a few more that are other brands, and I'm gonna, I think, keep those for a while and maybe build bundles as I get more. We'll see how it goes. If I get enough to make it worth my time, then I can add those. These are things I like to sell, sort of used media. They're pretty easy to list, pack, and ship. And as I said, if I have a good amount of them, or if I find another type of media that's really desirable, then that's great. I like to sell those. They're just, there's things that you like to sell and you're excited when you see them. Of course, I had to get these I got these for about 35 cents a piece, I think, because I got a bunch of other stuff too. So if like you consider all the stuff I bought, then these were probably about 30 to 35 cents a piece. So obviously that's also a key, is getting them for really cheap, like everything, right? But for those, I really enjoy doing those, and I'm going to keep my eyes out and hopefully find more of them. Okay, I pushed the orders that I'm going to pack in a minute to the side because let me see if I can get some better lighting on here. I wanted to show you one of the things I picked up yesterday. It's one of the first things I found. I do not sew. I think I've done 1 or 2 attempts at sewing and not a sewer, so I don't know that kind of stuff. But I saw this Singer box and that looked pretty cool. So when I comped it really quickly, it looks like it sells for decent money. It's vintage and is desirable. So when I asked how much it was, they said just $5. That's a no-brainer to me. I did just notice this morning, because I picked this up yesterday, that this is missing. And I don't know if I knocked this off in the car. I'm gonna go look in the back of the car and see if I messed it up myself and it's still back there, or maybe it was always gone and I just did not notice. I opened up all the bits here to see what all is inside. I don't know if these spools of thread or something anyone would want, but I will ask around and perhaps find someone, because I hate throwing things away that people will actually use. I don't mind throwing stuff away if it's damaged or not useful anymore, because you can't hold on to everything. But like, if someone can use an item I find, I would love to find a good home for it. Then I opened this bottom drawer and I said, you know what? I've been looking for one of these at so many sales, because there's always sewing stuff at sales. I've been looking for one of these to help with measuring when I photograph clothes to sell. I've been having to use a tape measure, which is terrible, but I was hoping I'd find one of these. It's not like they're expensive. This was 49 cents when it was originally purchased, but I, for some reason, never found one of these, but I did in here. So actually this is kind of already just been a great find because I can sell that on, and then I got a free clothes measuring tape, which will be super helpful. I'm so excited to have this for photographing like my jeans and stuff to show measurements, because that'll be much better to use. I'm really happy with that. So I hope even with the broken piece on the front, it won't bring as much, obviously, as a really nice one if it really truly was missing and I can't find that. But I think I think someone will still want this, and maybe they know how to fix it. They're handy like that. I'll give it a try at least. And, but I'm happy with that purchase. It was a good day yesterday, and hopefully every Saturday is really good. I'm gonna go ahead and pack up these orders now. Okay, boxes are packed up. We're in the car, waiting outside the post office. It just started pouring, so I'm gonna make the mad dash in to drop them off. But I was planning on also taking at least 3 or 4 photographs, sets of photographs of items, pick a few to go ahead and photograph, and then I just got too tired. I want to pace myself. I have to make this sustainable, and yes, I will be working 7 days a week. I have been working 7 days a week, but now I can turn my focus solely to the reselling, but I still do have to pace myself. And right now especially, I know I got to ramp up my inventory, got to list, get stuff up there, but I can only do so much. So order of business tomorrow, Monday morning. The post office won't be open because it's a holiday, so there's no hurry to get anything. If I get orders this afternoon or tonight, to get them packed up immediately tomorrow morning to try to get them out, if you know what I mean. That's normally what I try to do first thing, is get those orders packed up and shipped out, because that's kind of the big thing you have to do, or I believe that I need to do to stay on top of everything. Another priority, get orders to their buyers. But tomorrow, I think first things first is I can do a big photo session and get those listings up tomorrow of all the stuff I bought yesterday, all the stuff that I've had sort of in the backlog the past few months when I'm just only able to do so much. I think I can get through a lot of it and set myself up well. And that's how we'll get the week started. Oh, the rain has just picked up so much. It's probably drowning me out. So I'll end it here. I'll make the mad dash to drop off these packages. And I hope you enjoyed following along today on the it's really the second day of being full-timer, but the first video day. And I'll see you tomorrow if I can film a little bit. I'll see you the next day. I'll try to pick up the camera when I can if you guys are interested to see how I'm doing on this. I'm interested to see how I'll be doing. So let's get going. Thanks for watching. Hope you're all having a good weekend. I'll see you later.